First and foremost, before we get started, I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekah Kwadash, and double honors to the elders great millstone, where I learned his truth, and also to those elect that are scattered abroad. I like to say, Shalom. Come back here today with another great powerful lesson through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And the type of day lesson is strange happenings. So I like to say shalom to all I listen and learn. Hope this will help you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So before we start today's lesson, I have a few news articles, but we first start here with news break. And it reads, Thanksgiving Day earthquakes shake Virginia, Mississippi, Tennessee, and Arkansas. Let's get a little bit more. Said the USGS has reported earthquakes in Virginia, Mississippi, Tennessee, and Arkansas on Thanksgiving Day. The strongest of the group struck Mississippi with a magnitude 2.5 earthquake. Said the other range from magnitude 1.8 and above. While some felt shaking or heard a boom, said none caused any damage or injuries. Let's get a little bit more. It said last night, shortly before midnight, the first strike hit central Virginia at 11:39 p.m. A magnitude 1.8 earthquake struck near Lucia, Virginia, north and west of Richmond, from a depth of 0.3 kilometers. It said at 1:48 a.m., the second earthquake struck Mississippi from a depth of 5 kilometers. Said near Canton, which is located north and east of Jackson, talking about Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi. It says here, it said the following 3 earthquakes occurred in western Tennessee beginning at 4:23 a.m., followed by 4:39 a.m. and 4:59 a.m. Said at 5:08 a.m., a fourth earthquake struck the same approximate location. Said the depth of these earthquakes varied from 5.9 kilometers to 6.1 kilometers, and they struck near Risley in the New Madrid seismic zone. So I know I did a lesson, maybe I think it might have been last year. I think it was that they was preparing for a major earthquake in I think it was in St. Louis. So in that same zone there, the Madrid fault line. So they already knowing that that these things are constantly picking up. So we already know they can use a type of weapon called a tent. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's dealing with like DARPA. You know what I'm saying? It can it's going to manipulate things. We'll put it like that. So, and also it can cause a earthquake. So a lot of these things that they can bring forth, but it's all through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So we seeing right here that while, a lot of people was eating and drinking and having a great old time, not paying attention to the signs of the time. And it was, these low level earthquakes was happening in Mississippi, Virginia, and also in, I think the other one was in, let's go back up here and see these earthquake hits in Virginia, Mississippi, and Tennessee, and Arkansas. So we already know that this is in that Madrid zone, or the Madrid fault line. So we already know they already had been predicting that if they get a major earthquake from this area, say it will cause all sorts of devastation, all sorts of destruction. And also they said it'll be a lot of flooding. A lot of these cities will be underwater. So we're already knowing, that, we're seeing a lot of fearful sights. We're seeing a lot of unusual and unexpected things that are making people very afraid, making people very seeing things that they have never seen before. So a lot of people now are very undecided now, because he's seeing a lot of things that they thought wouldn't happen. So right now, when you go like to Matthew chapter 24, it said, earthquakes in diverse places. So we seeing right now where it's not normally happen, earthquake or something like this happening. Now it's happening right now in my own backyard. So right there in Canton, Mississippi. Also, that's that's east of Jackson, Mississippi. So that's not maybe about 2 hours from me. So we seeing right now that things are getting closer and closer. These evils are constantly hitting us on every side. And one thing about it, we knowing that what the Lord is visiting the earth that He created. So I got another one right here. Let's go to this one here. This one right here, it's just a little bit more about what we was talking about. This happened right here in Madison, Mississippi, just a little bit more. It said minor earthquake recorded in Thanksgiving morning in Madison County. So that's talking about it over there in Canton. That's in Madison County, Mississippi. So right here, WLBT 3 News, said reported this. So let's see what it says here. It said Madison County, Mississippi, WLBT said the United States Geological Survey report minor seismographic activity Thursday morning in Madison County. Said, however, said you're likely didn't even know it happened. So that's exactly, a lot of people ain't gonna even know like certain things that will happen because they're not aware. They're not redeeming the time wise. They're not watching. They're not praying without ceasing. And also a lot of people, they don't have the fear of the Lord. So it's gonna come on like a normal, like these wicked holiday, or when you were just going on with your the busy body of your daily life. Going to work. Doing whatever you think that is good. You know what I'm saying? You going to work. A lot of people are going to different areas, hobbies, and different things that they do. But one thing about it is that if you're not seeking the Lord, you are seeking death. So we see right here that this is very unusual and unexpected. So this is happening right now in Virginia, Mississippi, Tennessee, and also in Arkansas. So that's right there in that zone, that Madrid's fault line, that they constantly was preparing for. I think it was last year, and I think St. Louis, they was preparing for some type of scenario, some type of a massive earthquake take place. And also it said it would cause the Mississippi River to flow backwards. So it's a lot of these things that coming upon it, flooding, fires. Also, I think I had one about this Williamsburg parking lot fire. Let's go back to it, see can I find it. And we're seeing right now that we're seeing these unusuals and these unexpected sights constantly happening left and right, because we know that the Lord is what visiting the earth that He created. Let me find a good one here that we could bring out. See, can I find here? It says Williamsburg Premium Outlet parking lot fire. Let's get this one here. So right here it says Williamsburg Premium Outlet busy on Black Friday after recent parking lot fire. It says here, it said an underground fire at a parking lot near Williamsburg Premium Outlets is no longer burning. Said that means cleaner air as shopper pour out. We're not giving a damn about it. It's just what I wanted to bring out was that it was a underground parking lot fire. We don't know what caused. They were saying something about some water, some type of sewage. You never know. We know that this devil is constantly getting busy. So, but I got a video on this also. Let me see, can I find a better one? Let's see here. This might be a better one. Let's see. Can't find see. Sunset Park erupts, building, don't know. Let's see. See what this one says. Says here, pretty much saying the same things. It said this might have a little bit more. It said over here, James City County, Virginia. Williamsburg. It says the fire that firefighter has been working on for almost a week has been successfully extinguished. Said the underground water was at the stormwater detention facility. Said faculty. Said in the back parking lot at Williamsburg Premium Outlet. So, we never know what these devils were cooking up, but they were saying that they had to let it burn out because they said they wouldn't let it burn out. It would cause some type of toxicity or some type of pollution in the air. But one thing about it, we're not ignorant of Satan devices. So now, it's another one I want to get right quick before we start today's. Let's see here. It's another one. Let's see, can I go back out? One more. It's about these Washington, D.C. Sightings. Let's go here. Let's go back. See, can I pull it up here? That's another one right here. Let's go back out. Salakia. One moment. It's another one I'm trying to look up. This one here. I just want to get a quick one. Let's get this one here. It says here's a mysterious lights over Capitol Hill sparks fears of UFOs in Washington D.C. So the eyes of the Lord is what in every place beholding what the good and the evil, and also what the eyes of the Lord is upon what the sinful kingdom, which in fact is America, Babylon the Great. So right here, so you seeing that right at the Capitol, and we seeing that these what they ignorantly call UFO and UAPs, they're in what formation over this wicked kingdom. You know what I'm saying, man? That is powerful. You know what I'm saying? It says an anonymous and a quartlet gleaming lights above the United States Capitol building has left some afraid. Said the alien invasion has finally arrived. One thing about it is that we already know they are not aliens. Those are the angels of the Most High, the eyes of the Most High. They're once again in every place beholding the good and the evil. And also they cause all these different events that happen around the world, these different calamities and catastrophes, what we're seeing, these earthquakes, fires, storms, tempests, and so forth, so they constantly doing the bidding of the Lord. So, and one thing about it that we seeing that they talking about anomalies, but one thing about it, we know that they are the chariots of the Most High, and we know that they'll get ready to be their worst nightmare. So we see right here, it said this photo taken at night just outside of Congress with the drone, said with the dome, so like with the dome of the Capitol Hill in the full view, was taken by U.S. Air Force veteran Dennis Diggins, who now works as a licensed tour guide in the Washington, D.C. area, as well as a professional travel director. He said the eerie triangular formation of lights that Diggins captured in his photo seems to hover just feet over the Statue of Freedom at the top of the Capitol Dome. So one thing about it, this is the curse that will come upon the entire earth, and which in fact, it's going to be good for the elect, and it's going to be the heathens, and also the truth there, it's going to be their worst nightmare, so that's what the Lord is getting ready to return with these, with the thousands of heaven. So right here is very, very powerful right here, this is very spiritual. So we seeing, the dome of the Capitol, and also we seeing that they're in formation, ready to go, one thing about it, and once again, Amos, I think that's Amos 9:8. We'll get that too. That the Lord's eyes is upon the sinful kingdom. Boom, that's spot on. And one thing about it, if you do not think that the Bible is not a true book, then you're in for a rude awakening. So now let's go here now and get one quick precept. Then we'll start today's video. Let's go here. Luke chapter 21 and verse 9. They said, "But when ye shall hear of wars and commotion, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by." Verse 10 said, "Then said he unto them, Nation shall rise against nation, and nation. It said, and kingdom against kingdom. Verse 11, it said, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great sign shall there be from heaven. This is the point I want to make right here. So we seeing right now, we seeing these great fearful sights, you know what I'm saying, and the great fearful sights and great signs from heaven. You know, so the Lord is constantly what visiting the earth that He created. We're seeing a lot of unusual and unexpected sights that's happening all around. And don't think that this is a strange thing. And one thing about these things gonna constantly pick up. And we seeing that, you know, in that last photo that, you know, they were just hovering over the nation's capital. You know, so one thing about it, the Lord is here. The Lord is getting ready to return. And one thing about it, you know, it's time to seek the Lord, because one thing about it, you know, the Lord is getting ready to bring it like we have never seen before. So we constantly seeing rumors of war, nation rising against nation. You know, we constantly seeing what earthquakes in diverse places right here in my own backyard in Mississippi, you know, about 2 hours away from me, you know, or doing Thanksgiving Day while people was eating and drinking unawares. You know, it's going to come upon you unexpectedly. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it is what the Lord said, I will come like a thief in the night. We got to always be watching. You know what I'm saying? We always got to be redeeming the time, measure the time diligently, because one thing about it, the Lord is getting ready to bring it. The Lord is getting ready to bring it to a close and usher in the kingdom of heaven that dwells in righteousness. So now let's get this one here. Amos chapter 8. Amos chapter 9, Salakia. Amos chapter 9. Just quick, let's do the spirit and the power. Yahweh Shem Abishai. Let's see, Amos chapter 9 and verse 8. You know, we seen in that photo, so I had to get it. I quoted, I must get it. It says here, it said, behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, says the Lord. So one thing about it, we know the eyes of the Lord, or what they English call what UAPs or what UFO, those are what the angel of the Lord, constantly doing the Lord bidding, you know, whether it's good or bad. And one thing about it, you know, constantly bringing forth these calamities and catastrophes, these different events that's happening every day, just like a domino effect. That sinful kingdom is what? America, Babylon the Great. And the Lord is getting ready to destroy this place off the face of the earth. We are right upon judgment. Judgment is now at hand. The Lord is getting ready to make it plain. And one thing about it is that, you know, in that day, you shall know that a prophet was among you. And also the Lord said, you know, He will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. Who is that? That is the elect, the true believers of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So, hey, we're here. It is at the door. Let's read an NLT before we start today's video. It said, Amos chapter 9 and verse 8 said, I, the servant Lord, said, I am watching this sinful nation of Israel. Said, I will destroy it from the face of the earth. Said, but I will never completely destroy the family of Israel, says the Lord. So one thing about it is a little bit going off saying, you know, sinful nation of Israel. And one thing about it is, you know, the 2/3. But one thing about it, we right here, we know that sinful kingdom is America, Babylon the Great. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, the Lord is getting ready to do a mighty work. The Lord is getting ready to let these arrows fly. Even though they're talking about peace, you know, talking about when Trump get into office, that he's going to do this and that. But one thing about it, when they say peace and safety or peace and security, total destruction will come upon them. So that's what the Lord is constantly doing. You know, His eyes are 10 times brighter than the sun. That's why we're constantly seeing all these UFO sites across the world simultaneously every day. And one thing about it, it's going to constantly increase to the what? The great and glorious return of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So now let's go to today's video, and after the video, we'll start the lesson. And I hope that you will get edified.
The New Madrid fault line woke up yesterday. Did you feel it? We had 5 separate earthquakes yesterday along the New Madrid fault line. One of them even striking in Virginia. The USGS is reporting that Virginia, Mississippi, Tennessee, and Arkansas, with the strongest bunch of earthquakes hitting Mississippi. 2.5, the others ranged around the 2.0, somewhere around 1.8 to 2.0. with some felt shaking, heard booms that weren't strong enough to create any damages. That is a good thing. The bad thing is that this fault line is known to create very large earthquakes that could do extreme amounts of damage, and the authorities are starting to wake up to the possibility that people are not prepared for this. It has been we are so complacent as you know where we live that the ground shaking so much and destroying so much is just not possible. Well, I'm here to tell you it is, and the authorities are starting to talk about it. It says, while last night's earthquakes were relatively inconsequential with no damage reports, authorities are concerned that people aren't properly prepared for when the big earthquake will strike this region. Not may, or not if, will strike this region. The matter of a larger destructive earthquake in this area is more of a matter of when rather than if. Ladies and gentlemen, if you live anywhere along the New Madrid fault line and you are not prepared to self-sustain for at least 7 days, you must do so. Just because we live in mountainous areas and you know away from the coastlines and this, that, and the other does not mean that you are in the clear. You need to be prepared to self-sustain for each member of your family for at least 7 days. I'm going to follow up on this, try to get more of the information there. If you're not following me, please do. This is the type of content that this page puts out. If you don't mind, there is a subscribe button down there. I send these videos out to my subscribers first before I put them out onto TikTok. We're going to keep an eye on this, guys. 5 earthquakes, 5 along the New Madrid fault line. That's with the other 3 or 4 that we had just a few weeks ago. The New Madrid is waking up, and we need to wake up too. Y'all have a good day.
In Williamsburg, flames have gone underground. They've been burning a large area under one of the parking lots of the Premium Outlet since Saturday. Tonight, firefighters say it is contained, but Deja Parker tells us the fire is raising concerns of those who live nearby.
Smoke is billowing out of the ground here behind the Premium Outlets in Williamsburg. Fire flames erupting through the concrete. This fire is on day 3, but fire officials say it is contained.
I just hope that it's resolved soon and that people maybe take a little bit better precaution. This is like a busy shopping outlet, and everyone was just really happy to just get back to business as usual.
The parking lot collapsed, leaving a landscape of ruptured concrete. The blaze has no end in sight.
Because the location of the fire underground would make that very difficult to do. So really the best bet for our firefighters now is to just keep it contained and to let it burn itself out.
The underground fire started Saturday around 9 a.m.
It is an underground stormwater detention facility. It's very similar to milk crates stacked up, and the stormwater from the front of the parking lot runs off and goes into those crates, okay, and then it eventually goes from there. So the plastic that the crates are made out of caught on fire.
James City County says safety is the priority as the fire continues to burn.
All air monitoring that they have done has been within normal limits for a fire. We have the Virginia Department of Environmental Quality, the DEQ, Office of Pollution Response. They were notified and asked to come as part of our normal procedure that we do here.
The local sewer system and cemetery are not involved in the fire. Local Genevieve Petruzak says seeing the fire in her own backyard is concerning.
I was very shocked. This is the sort of things that you see on the news and never really expect to actually happen where you frequent. Especially, I also live around the block from here, so it's concerning, and the fact that it's still going on is a little bit more concerning, that everything is business as usual when this is less than a mile away.
The cause of the fire remains unknown and may never be determined. In Williamsburg, I'm Deja Parker, 10 on your side.
Multiple videos show what appears to be a squadron of UAPs over Capitol Hill.
There's nothing we can do about it. We don't know what they are.
The UAPs hovered over Capitol Hill, which was captured from multiple angles and distances.
confirmed sighting by 2 air crew, 4 of us, 2 planes, that said, look, this is not an airplane, this is not a weather balloon, this is not a blip, it has performance well beyond, and the airplanes that we were flying at the time were literally brand new Super Hornets right out of the Boeing factory.
So now we'll start today's video. We'll start here first. Let's go here. Let's get another quick precept here. Bring it out a little bit. No one is going to escape the hands of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. No, let's don't go that far. Let's go here to Isaiah chapter 29. Isaiah chapter 29, because the Lord is visiting the earth that he created. Earthquakes in diverse places, UFO sightings, fire, all sorts of calamities that's happening all around the world, simultaneous every day. And they're constantly picking up. They're on every side. Let's read this here. Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 6 says, thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts, or the Lord of armies, said, with thunder and with earthquakes and great noise and storms and tempests and the flame of devouring fire. So exactly what's happening, you know what I'm saying? And how the Lord is visiting the earth that he created through the UAP, the UFO, the eyes of the Most High, the angels riding around in those royal vehicles, the chariots of the Most High. So one thing about it, that, the Lord is constantly making it plain. The Lord is making his presence known each and every day through Through thunder, through earthquakes, and in diverse places. So in places that you have once unexpected or unusual, a place like Mississippi, right in my own backyard, you wouldn't even think that would get a earthquake like that. But you see, the Lord is constantly making it happen, so it's no escaping the hands of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua with great noise. We already know that great noise, what is getting ready to happen is what those IBCM missiles and also that laser and chariot fire, the Lord's coming, tempests, tornadoes, cyclones, hurricane, tsunamis, you name it. The Lord is getting ready to bring it, Flames of devouring fire. It also goes into that thermonuclear exchange, also that laser and chariot fire, and also these fire that's burning all across the world. Fire within north west California, also different parts of the world. This place is just burning. One thing back up, we already know that the devil, is constantly, bringing forth all sorts of different calamities, but it's all through the spirit and the power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So we already know that right now that these things are constantly picking up, also about this underground parking lot fire, that's very unusual. And one thing about what is this devil cooking up, we already know that he's getting ready to bring it, but when he bring it, the Lord is going to bring it also. So now let's go here to get another quick precept. So ain't no one is going to escape, wherever you at, the Lord can send whatever he wants. He can cause the ground to open up. He can cause a fire to burn up under you. He can cause winds and tempests. He can bring the floods in, flood you out. So amen. The Lord is a very, very powerful being. So the Lord is not playing. Let's go here to Hebrews chapter 10. Let's get this one here. Hebrews chapter 10, I think it's around verse 30. Let's go here. Let's see where it's here. One moment. Yeah, so it's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the Lord. So the Lord's getting ready to bring that judgment. So let's read here. Start at verse 30. Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 30 said, for we know him that has said, vengeance belongeth unto me. So I will recompense, says the Lord, or repay. Say, and again, the Lord shall judge his people. That's what the Lord's getting ready to do. First, my judgment will start at the house of Israel, from Israel, and also he's going into these heathen nations. So no one is getting ready right here in the next verse. Verse 31 says, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. So the Lord is making it plain. It's no escaping. No matter where you at in the world, the Lord can touch you, reach out and touch you at any given time. The Lord has power over life and death. There's no one is going to escape his hand. There's no one is going to get away with anything. You're all going to be judged. And one thing about it, that we're here, it is at the door. The Lord is making it plain. So now let's go here. Let's get the one here in Proverbs. We might get one more. Proverbs chapter 6. Let's go here to Proverbs chapter 6. Let's see here, Old Testament. Let's see here. Just rolling in the spirit. Proverbs chapter 6 and I think it's around verse 15. Let me just go back up. I think I got it here. Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 15. And it reads that, therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. So exactly what's getting ready to happen. Suddenly shall these calamities and all these different plagues and different events, different what I'm trying to say, different catastrophes, that's getting ready to take place upon us, you know what I'm saying? And one thing about it, we seeing right now, these things are constantly picking up left and right, and they're at, they're constantly, we seeing it on a major level, but a lot of people right now still are constantly relaxing in their leaves. Let's read it once again. It says, therefore shall his calamity come suddenly, suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. So, one thing about it, we shall heal Babylon. We would have healed Babylon, but Babylon will not be healed. And also, they're talking about that he is talking about Esau, Edom. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is getting ready to destroy him off the face of this earth. And also, these two-thirds, they're getting ready to get it also suddenly. You know what I'm saying? Putting out off from day to day. So suddenly, you know what I'm saying? The wrath of the Lord come upon you. So, and one thing about it, hey, we're here. Let's see here now. Let's go here. That's why I call today's lesson strange happening, something that's unusual or unexpected. That's what is constantly happening. That's why the Lord said, watch, therefore, you know what I'm saying? Because these things are coming at a fast pace. So now let's go here let's go to our last one. We get one more. Let's go here to Habakkuk chapter 1. We'll close out here. Habakkuk chapter 1. Habakkuk chapter 1 and verse 5. Habakkuk chapter 1 and verse 5. Let's read this and we'll close out. And it reads, said, behold, say ye among the heathen, and regard and wonder, said marvelously, for I will work a work in your days which ye will not believe, though it be told to you. So one thing about it is what the Lord is constantly doing. He's doing a work, you know what I'm saying? These fearful signs and these signs from the heaven, all sorts of different calamity. The Lord is what is visiting the earth that he created. He said, behold, ye among the heathen. Who is among the heathen? You know what I'm saying? What Israel? He said, and regard. He said, regard and wonder marvelously, for I will work a work in your days which ye will not be believed, though it be told to you. So one thing about it, how it's being told to you, what through the prophet, through the mouthpiece of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. So you seen in that last video, man, it's something that, a lot of people wouldn't believe, but he took a picture of it. These so-called what they ignorantly call UFO, UAP, hovering over the nation capital, and one thing about it, hey, the Lord is here. And one thing about it, these are aliens, or this is some type of invasion. Yes, it will be invasion, the invasion of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Every eye shall see him, even the one that pierced him. So the Lord is coming. It's going to be a global event that we have never seen before. That's why these things are constantly happening left and right, It is here. It is at the door. So a lot of people are going to be amazed, in disbelief. A lot of people have a vexation of spirit. This ain't going to happen. That is not going to happen. Hey, we're here, man. We constantly showing the Lord say He's going to do a work in your day that you will not believe. And right now, a lot of people still not. What is this? What is that? Why is this happening? You getting ready to find out. One thing about it, those UAPs, them UFO is getting ready to be your worst nightmare. So let's get one more, before we close out. Something I want me to go to. Let's close out in second area, because the plagues are, is very, very near. They're constantly not slacking down for a moment. That's exactly what we're seeing. All these things are constantly happening left and right. So let's start here. I think it's around verse 37. Second area, chapter 6 and verse 37. We start here. And it reads, said, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Said, as when a woman, verse 38, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her wounds, which pains when the child come forth They slack not a moment. So that's exactly what we're seeing. They're not slacking down. They're constantly increasing, constantly intensifying. And one thing about it, we know that all hell is getting ready to break loose. Verse 39 said, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. So that's exactly what we're seeing is coming upon it on every side. The world shall mourn, sorrows, the beginning of sorrows, great mourning, great death, great destruction, what I'm saying? Great famine, a lot of things are coming upon us. And one thing about it, hey man, you better hope that you are part of the hopeful elect, man. We are so very close. Verse 40, it said, oh my people, hear my word. It said, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth. So when that time of trouble comes, the Lord is going to guide us through the Spirit in the power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, that supernatural intervention beyond your comprehension. So a lot of things are getting ready to happen. The Lord said he would do a work in your days that you would not believe. That's why we got to constantly totally believe. Be grounded and seated, totally committed, make your calling and election sure. I believe all the way to the finish, like even in death, the Lord already told it, he will give you a crown of life. That great reward is coming. Our salvation is at the door. Spiritual power, rulership, dominion. And hey, we are so very close. Immortality. We are here, it is at the door, so we'll be like pilgrims upon the earth. And once again, hoping that we're part of that hopeful elect. Those precious gem, the house of David, the true believers of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. So the title of the day lesson, once again, is Strange Happenings. So I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Ba'ashim Rikah Kwadash. I like to say, Shalom, Shalom.